Recording?
Live. Let's go.
All right. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of the 35th Reason Podcast. We live watching the game as well, seeing what happens.
Yeah. For all you guys that don't know, it's the White Sox game.
Who doesn't know at this point?
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, currently we are 3-21.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start with like 2 minutes of Sox talk. That's all they deserve right now.
Just to get it out of the way.
That's all they deserve right now. Yeah, currently they are 3-21. As we record Thursday, it's Thursday, literally noon. They're playing right now versus the Twins. Me and Mike are hoping that we at least take one from them out of a 4-game series. By the pattern that the Sox are having right now, they're winning one every week, every 8 days.
So they're in 21 every 7 games.
No, every 8 games because they're 24 games in.
Okay, yeah, every 8 games.
Yeah.
I told you this, and you're like, bro, how is that even possible? I'm like, bro, look at the.
Look, the funny thing is that last week or 2 weeks ago, you were like, last week you were like, what if they're 3-24,
3-25?
Yeah, and I laughed at you.
Alec got offended.
I got offended. I'm like, I'm hopeless, but not that hopeless. And who's laughing now? Because by the looks of it, it might happen.
It might happen today. Whoa. Not even tonight. Today.
So technically not, because they still got. If they lose today, they still gotta lose 3 more.
I mean, I feel too though, like if you lose, if you're in a 4-game series and you lose the first 3, that's a sweep already, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a sweep because every other team you face, you only face them 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, because they're in your division, then you get that extra game for, traveling purposes and stuff like that. But,
look, J-Mass said his ex treated him better than the White Sox.
Yeah. I think every White Sox fan right now feels like we're in an abusive relationship, bro.
Yeah.
Where you see that girl with another dude and you still hitting her up, like, is there still a chance?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me know.
Let me tap that. That's the White Sox with every game they play and every win they trying to get. Every game and the 8th when they're winning, that's that you up text at 3 a.m. You up, and then they get ghosted, and then the Sox lose.
Yeah. It's just that little hook, bro, to keep bringing you back. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always that little side piece. Now we are the side piece. You know?
Yeah. Seeing J-Man said she's gonna say 30 years later when she gained a lot of weight.
Hey, you go get that, my boy.
When she says I ain't about that life anymore.
Yeah, get it.
I'm ready to settle.
Get it.
That's us with the Sox. We're settling.
You just go get all of that. Me.
Hey man, that's fucking crazy, man. But one thing that we're gonna say and we're gonna keep saying, we are diehard Sox fans and we're sticking with them.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
As
you could tell, this is the worst record in White Sox history. So, and we're still there. We're still watching every game with our, as they say, with our tails between our legs. But we're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And or another expression, with our hands in our face, but we're still peeking. That's how hard it is to watch these games.
Still waving that flag.
See, the crazy thing is, bro, the Sox, I told you and through text too, I'm like, Sox play good through like the 7th and the 8th. And then one error happens in one of those innings, and that's it. Look at that. 1 run with bases loaded. That's sad.
It's like a domino effect, bro. You know, they bring in a good pitcher, whoever it is, play good, score a couple of runs, and then 7th inning comes, the bad pitcher or, pitcher's having a bad night, whatever, give up 1 run.
Yeah.
And then after that 1 run, everything just ravels, dude. Everything.
Yeah.
They start making
they
defensive
get
errors.
They get under pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, though. That I've noticed, like, these guys are playing with so much pressure that they're usually making mistakes they wouldn't make.
Yeah.
in other times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and look, J-Mass asked us the same questions he asked us last week, but maybe not everybody listened to that part. He said, how much longer do you think Pedro Grifo will last? Because he said Ricky Renteria was better, or Ricky better, Renteria. And they fired him.
I brought it up during the weekend. I said after the Philly series, Grifol shouldn't have come back to Minnesota, or he shouldn't even have come back to Chicago, because save him the embarrassment. I don't think Pedro Grifol will ever get a chance to be a coach again.
Yeah.
And that's sad, because maybe the dude works really hard. It's just things didn't work out here. Yeah. And, you know, MLB managers, they get, one, maybe two chances, bro, if anything. And, but the way it is, he's already had two chances with the White Sox, and nothing's changed. You know, he's got his second chance. And
see, the way I look at it, at this point with this record, might as well keep him and experiment with the lineup. Because I don't know if you saw today's lineup. It looked like they were experimenting with it.
No, they're already doing whatever they can. But see, my thing about keeping Pedro Grifo at this point is, what about the players that are going to be around for next year? I know a lot of those guys are in a 1-year deal. Yeah. A lot of them are trying to do things right so they could get an extension or play for a different team next year, which I doubt a lot of them will. Yeah. But for players like Andrew Vaughn, who's somebody else that's staying?
Benintendi, obviously.
Benny. Roberts is out.
At this point, I don't even know who's.
So, like, the Gavin Sheets is still staying. There's Corey Lee still staying. Like, you got a few names that are here for at least another year. Yep. And when this kind of shit is happening, like, I mean, we were just talking about Andrew Vaughn. We were like, we got a good first baseman for the next 4 years, bro.
That's what what we hope for.
Whenever that guy goes to the plate, you can see so much frustration and anger. And we know,
I feel bad for the guy.
I feel bad for them too. Yeah. Because, like, bro, bring somebody else that's giving them a different talk. Maybe the guys need to hear something different now.
Yeah. Look, I'm just happy that Vaughn is finally getting a break sometimes every now and then with Sheets being here. Yeah. Because they play Sheets already one time or two times on first base that I've noticed, which is pretty good, because nobody was helping him out. He was always, I mean, first base is, I mean, in my point of view, is nothing difficult. He hardly gets to run. Yeah. Obviously, most of the balls go to him, but that's about it. But I mean, you still get tired.
Yeah, you need a good defense to be a first baseman too.
Yeah, look at J-Mass said pretty soon they're gonna have open tryouts at McKinley Park for the Sox.
I mean,
and if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the movie Invincible. With
I feel like we brought up that movie at least 48 times.
We brought it up with the look at that catch by Corey. We brought it up for the Bears.
For the Bears,
and we didn't think we'd be bringing it up for the Sox.
hey, bro, let's bring something up before we close the whole White Sox talk.
Look, Tony said he's gonna try out for Southpaw. Hey, man, Southpaw is the only good guy in that team. He's the only guy keeping the fans entertained when we go to games. But I don't know. What were you gonna say, bro?
No, you're right. I think Southpaw is the only one that still waves that flag around really hard with pride, dude. Yeah. We've turned into like 1960s people cheering for like a president with like a little flag that's just doing this the whole time. No, we're not doing the whole, let the wind take it. We're doing this real hard. Yep. I think that we're cursed, and we've talked about this already. Like, how did things break down to what we are seeing right now? From like, I mean, one of my best memories from the team that we had was the game of the Field of Dreams game. Oh, yeah. I remember the ending. I remember almost like every inning. That was literally a movie, bro. Yeah. And the ending, and when you face somebody like the Yankees, the Yankees are a threat every single time, and their lineup is always good. I don't care what other people say, but the Yankees are one of those teams that if you beat, it's like a postseason win, honestly.
Yeah, it's like they have their guaranteed seed for the postseason every year, because they're the second team that doesn't like go shy in the offseason to get good
They
players.
always bring somebody up, dude. They always got good prospects. They're always spending some type of money. And when that happened in the Field of Dreams, I was thinking, man, dude, World Series. I was thinking we're gonna whoop some ass everywhere we go. If we beat the Yankees, we could beat anybody, bro.
Hey, man, that's why that game was called Field of Dreams, because only in your dreams, bro.
But that year we won the division, though.
That year,
we made the playoffs.
That year was a dream.
Yeah,
Look at it now. We're in the opposite. We're in the upside down world.
I mean, can you even believe the fact that this happened like 2 years ago, right? It shouldn't have been this bad. And look at every single player that was with that team right now is either not even around. It's already been benched, or it's doing horrible. Like I brought up with Alan, like the Jose Abreu thing, bro. Jose Abreu here was a star.
Yeah.
Every year he was a star.
Yep.
Right now in Houston, the dude is benched. That's how bad he's doing. I mean, that's a curse, bro.
Yes,
and because we know he works hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he would be doing if he was still here.
Maybe over here he wouldn't be a bench warmer, that's for sure. Because the way every other player is playing with the Sox, he'd probably be shining.
He was always the one outstanding, right?
Yeah, because he would be on base for sure, at least once a game. There's players in our current lineup that haven't even gotten on base once.
At all, dude. They're not getting shit. They're like, their percentage is like 080 something, 070 something. And you're like, bro, any of these players in other team would be in minor leagues, right? They would be in minor leagues.
You heard Maldonado's numbers? He's in the negatives, bro.
I mean, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, Maldonado was like negative 40. And if anybody's not familiar with numbers, because I know you're not, we hardly are, but the lower the what is it called? The OPS? Which is like your hitting percentage, kind of. I'm not.
Yeah, your base percentage.
Base percentage, something like that. So the lower the number, the less you're getting on base, or the less hits you're getting. Pretty much, they goes together. And our boy, our catcher that came from the Houston Astros is in the negatives. That's how bad it is.
Well, actually, both catchers came from the Houston Astros, right?
Yeah.
One was a trade for our boy Graveman, right?
Yep.
Corey Lee, which I've already said it. That's my catcher, bro.
Yeah.
Corey Lee's my catcher, dude. That like the guy working hard, doing things right.
Yeah.
Still hitting home runs. He hit a home run yesterday. Today he's in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
I think Maldonado is at that point where he could be like a catcher coach or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the guy is supposed to be really good defensively. He's not even doing that anymore.
Yeah, I heard that a lot of the pitchers like him only because he's very in control of them or something like that.
Yeah, he gives them really good advice. Like, he goes to the mound and he say, hey, bro, you were doing this right. Yeah. Don't stop doing that. Let's get back to that. Take a breather, do this, do that. That's a coach, dude. Yeah. You're not a player anymore. You're a coach.
Yeah.
Just be a coach already.
Yeah.
I'm sure the White Sox wouldn't mind having Maldonado around as a coach, bro.
Yeah. Look, Tony said Corey Lee is probably the only one getting hits. He's one of the few.
Mm-hmm.
And then J-Mass said, let Maldonado be the bullpen catcher. Let him warm up the pitchers.
Give some pep talks or something.
Yeah.
Another one that I'm excited about, to be honest, and that I'm happy for him, dude, is Danny Mendick, bro.
Ooh,
Danny Mendick is like one of those dudes that was doing so good, and he got that injury. Remember, he got injured running for a fly ball, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the other dude didn't call the catch or whatever, and I think he ripped his ACL or something like. And and that was like he was having like one of the best seasons in his career.
Yeah.
And that's when the curse started.
Nah. Listen, everybody. This is the real reason why the curse of the Sox happened. Because of the eclipse.
The eclipse from like 1960 or something like that.
The eclipse that happened April 8th, which was like 10 games into the season, and that's where it all went downhill.
I mean, if there is a point where you're like, okay, this is where the curse happened. Like, be for real. When do you think shit just started on a negative vibe or, on a negative tone?
I think after our second win, I think that's when it started like going downhill.
When?
Well, the win versus the Braves.
This year?
Yeah.
No, the curse happened.
Nah, last year was, I guess it was, but I mean, a lot of people. I saw this post on Facebook that this dude said on the White Sox Nation page that I follow on Facebook. This dude said, I wanna remain hopeful for the White Sox, and I'm still telling myself it's still early in the season.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, bro, it is.
It is early.
We're under 30 games, which is what? A fifth? If I'm doing math right. About a little bit less than a fifth.
Yeah.
Because a fifth would be like 30 games. But he said that he keeps telling himself to make himself feel better that it's still early in the season. But he said, I don't know how much longer I could keep telling myself that.
I mean, you shouldn't be telling yourself that anymore, because I would understand if we were like, I don't know, 10-21 or something like that, or 10-15 or something like that, where you can still see a chance to catch up if you get on a good streak. But when you're 3-21, it ain't early no more, dude.
Yeah. Look, Tony said the curse started because of the eclipse, because they looked at the sun without glasses.
Nobody's hitting, everybody's blind, dude.
Yeah. Freaking JMS hit us with the curse started when they hired Tony La Russa. He said they should have hired Ozzy instead of Tony.
Yeah, they should have. And they should have fired him like in the middle of that season last year.
Yeah.
And brought up Ozzy. And Ozzy was willing to take the job because he still saw something in some of those good players that we still had. And he was like, man, I'll turn this shit around.
Yeah.
He said it himself. But they didn't want to give him the job.
Yeah.
They kept going with La Russa. A lot of people are saying like when they hired La Russa, that's when, when the curse started happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they still got some good wins when he was around, but I think that's when the internal problems started. Like that's when players started fighting amongst themselves and things like that, because there was no control from the manager either. He was like, "Oh, just be yourself."
Yeah, and look at J-Maz made a point. He said he just won a championship with the team he was coaching in Venezuela. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you how good of a coach Ozzy is. That team he coached in Venezuela was doing bad before he got there, and he fixed them up.
And he had Yasiel Puig.
Yeah.
the problem child.
The problem child,
that dude. And they were even talking. Remember, they were like, "Oh, bring him to the Sox." Yeah. I would love to see a player like that in the Sox right now.
Yep.
Just bashing players, dude. Just talking smack to everybody and letting them know how much they suck. Mm-hmm. And it's not good to bring it up, but it's like, bro, I feel like at this point, nobody's like, they go in the locker and they don't even say nothing anymore. It's just like, it's another loss, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, freaking, I don't know what needs to happen. We need something to happen.
Somebody in the chat also said, Little Creeper said the Sox took over 100 L's. They went over 100 last year.
Yeah.
They were, what, 101?
101, yep.
The way it is right now, if they're winning one game out of every 8 games.
Yeah.
So technically that means they would only get how many wins, bro? Like 30 wins? Yeah, like like about 30 wins and 130 losses.
Shit. Yeah, that's what the prediction is. And that's not a nice prediction. It hurt to see that.
If we're only winning like one every 8 games, then the White Sox would end up with like 30 and 132.
Yeah, I know.
That would be, dude, break it up. Give it up. Burn everything. Burn the stadium. Burn.
Disco Demolition Part 2. I don't know. At this point, they got to allow fighting in the stadium between players so the fans start coming back. But I don't know. We should just get out of the White Sox talk now because
Yeah.
we're depressing our listeners. We're what 20 minutes? That's all they deserve.
That's it.
That's it.
Turn the
Switch
page.
the subject. Let's
Turn
go.
the page.
Right here.
Let me see what we got. What's the next thing?
Today's topic is, I brought it up with Mike. What are your thoughts on when you have to when you go out for a meal with some friends, a couple friends, let's say 5 friends, right?
Okay.
And one of them doesn't have to be you, but one of them, obviously, sometimes some places don't let you split checks, so one person has to pay.
Right.
So, how do you feel about when, let's put you in the seat, right?
Yeah.
You have to be the one who pays.
Okay.
And then people are like, all right, we're going to quick pay you right now. And then a couple hours go by, only out of technically 4 people, because you were one of them out of the 5, 2 paid you right away.
Yeah.
And end of the day goes by and the other 2 haven't paid you.
Okay.
And then a couple days go by, the third person pays you.
Yeah.
Let's say a week goes by.
Uh-huh.
That last person hasn't paid you. But keep in mind, you're still talking to this person, but they don't pay you and they don't bring it up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you remind them? Are you that kind of person to remind them, or do you or this could be another option? This is an option that I would like to take. It depends on you. I'll let you go first, but
all right,
this could be an option. I'll put it in your head. You could, let's say 5 people, the bill was 100. Which
100.
it's probably never gonna happen unless you go eat 1 taco each. Nowadays,
yeah.
let's say $20 each person, which is not a lot. Let's keep it there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the next time anything comes up with that person that didn't pay you and you gotta pay them $20, you just say, even though it's been a couple weeks,
yeah.
would you still be like, well, you owed me 20 from 3 months ago?
Yeah.
And they might not remember, but you do, obviously, because it's your money.
Yeah.
What do you do that? What do you do?
All right. First of all, I feel like I wouldn't really get caught up in that situation, because one of the things that I really don't do anymore is go out and eat with like a group of friends. But one thing that I will say, dude, and I bring it up to everybody, that when this conversation comes up, I tell everybody this. The one reason why I don't like borrowing people money is because I'm embarrassed to ask for it back. And sometimes like when you're in that situation, bro, when somebody owes you money, I feel that sometimes you feel more embarrassed to ask them than them saying like, damn, deep inside I know I owe this dude for that meal, bro. You know, and it's like you don't even know how to get on the topic or the conversation because they're so natural about it. There's people that naturally just can't do shit like that. Yeah. And for me to go around asking people like, hey, bro, those $20, like, bro, you cheap as hell, dude. You still asking me for those $20? Like, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, you're right. You know, it's only $20, dude. Like,
but if you think about it, bro, $20 is depending how much you get paid, that's a whole hour of work.
Oh yeah, that's an hour of work. Yeah. So no, I mean, definitely.
It sounds like a little bit, but that's a whole hour of work if you get paid. Let's exclude taxes for the example. You get paid $20 an hour, and you have to work a whole hour for those $20. But for them, it doesn't. You don't think about it at the time, right?
Yeah, but also like there's people that take advantage of that. I've known people that does take advantage of that, and they can smell it. They could smell the right people to do that type of things too, though. You know, I've been with friends where back in the day, like, hey bro, you got me or what? Like, yeah, it's cool the first time I got you. Yeah. But then second, third time is like, man, I think this dude's got it in for me already, bro. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, hey, yo, you got me. I'm embarrassed to do that type of thing, bro. Like, honestly, straight up, dude, I'm embarrassed to do that type of thing. And that's why a lot of times I don't even like asking for money from people or me letting other people borrow money, because like I said, I'm too embarrassed to go around being like, hey, bro, you got those $7. Yeah. You know? Yep. But The whole it's cause one thing they changed that a lot too though, bro, was like the cell thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a different way where you can just wire people, and it's easy to kind of lose that connection when like, oh, hey, the cell, bro. Oh yeah, I got you later on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think cell screwed up a lot of relationships, to be honest, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Before it was easier. Like, hey, I have cash. Here's my part.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, I'll sell you later.
Yeah.
And even though there's people who like, I'll sell you right now. There's people who pay you right there and then.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those. Because I hope, that's why I brought up the topic, because I'm like, I'm one of those people that the bill comes and we decide to split it. You tell me how much I'm paying. Boom. Yeah. Before we even leave the restaurant, there's my part.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's people who like, oh, I got you later, and they never do. And the worst part is it's people that you talk to every day. Some people are too shy to ask for it, you know? Like let's read these comments, because we have like 10 comments from the people in the comments. This guy said,
I hate when.
Read that.
I hate when people calculate the.
My boy can't read. Sorry, guys. He says he hates when people calculate everything, even if they only drank water and they didn't get a beer. So pretty much this guy is going against everything I'm saying, because he says he's going to get a beer and expect everybody else to pay for it. Yeah. Because he wants the bill paid equally, and I'm not for that. That's another thing.
That's a trap, though, dude. If you're inviting me to drink, I mean to have a meal, and you're asking for like drinks and beer, don't expect me to split the check evenly, because I'm not gonna pay for you getting drunk,
look,
dude.
That's a perfect topic right there too. A few years back, I went. It was actually mine and my girls, our friends. We got together at a restaurant, and this is exactly what happened. Perfect comment. They split up the bill, because me and my girl didn't pay, because it was our birthday. Yeah. So it was like 4 of our friends, or her friends technically. I didn't even invite my friends, because I didn't even know about it. It was a surprise thing, I guess. Yeah. And her sisters went, my girl's sisters went, and one of them, bro, didn't eat. Only got water.
Dang.
Or an horchata, because she wasn't hungry, or she had just ate. Okay. Bro, everybody ordered plates and drinks and everything, bro. Bill came. They made her split everything evenly, bro. And she was mad because she only got horchatas. Let's say max. This was a few years ago, so it was still under $2 an horchata.
Oh, yeah, that's bogus, dude.
Yeah, so she was mad, but she said she didn't want to like complain, because she's like, the only reason I didn't argue is because I was paying for you guys. She said, like, in a sense. Yeah. But I'm like, that's bogus. Like, we didn't know. She didn't tell us till a couple of days or a couple of weeks later.
How'd she bring it up? Like, just randomly?
Yeah, I think she was. She held that little.
She was holding it.
She was holding it, because I would have been mad too. But yeah, I hate when people. When you go out to eat with people and they want to split it evenly. I hate that crap. Like, nah, bruh. You split it evenly if you got the same thing and the same amount of drinks. Yeah. Understandable. And not even the same amount of drinks. You could still get 5 drinks, but your drink might be $6 for a beer. Mine could be 11 for a Jack and Coke. Yeah. So it's still not even. But let's say you do. That's the only time you split it evenly, when everything kind of matches up. But other than that, I'm not splitting it evenly, because if I want to pay less, that's on me. And hey, I'm only getting 3 tacos. Tacos nowadays, they're $4. Here's $15, because they're $12 plus a tip. And that's another thing Tony mentioned in the comments. A lot of people, when you split it, they don't give you an extra $1 or $2 for tip. The person that pays the bill always has to pay the tip. Right. And not everybody does that. Like my girl, when we go out to eat with her family, they split everything after paying with the tip.
That's good.
Yeah, but there are people who like, the bill was $100 before taxes. Here's my 20. Yeah. And nowadays the minimum is 20% tip. That's what, $20?
About, yeah.
If it's between 5 people, you should have given them $25.
Like $5 each. When you put it that way, $5 for tip. Everybody, like, individually, it's not that much. Yeah. But also depends on the service too. If you get a bad service, bro, I'm not afraid not to pay a tip.
Look at James has made a good point that he said he knows a couple of people that do that, like that don't pay up or don't split it evenly. And he said my solution is I just don't invite them again. Hey, and maybe
no, it's true though.
Maybe that's how they're gonna get the hint. Like, damn, I'm not getting invited. And the worst part is you're eventually gonna get a message from that person like, yo, you guys got together and didn't invite me.
Yeah.
And the worst part is if you're that kind of person, you're gonna be like, well, you didn't pitch in last time.
Yeah.
I would say honestly, I'm that kind of person. My girl gets mad at me because I'm the opposite of you, bro. I never gave my take on that thing. Yeah. So my take is if you don't pay me, I'll give you 48 hours. If you don't pay me in 48 hours. Or depending on the day, let's say we go out to eat on a Saturday. Technically, everybody gets paid most of the time on that Friday before.
Right.
I know you got paid. I'll give you 48 hours. That's it. After that, you're getting a message every day. Once a day. Until you pay me. Your brother, for example, asked me for money a while back.
Yeah.
And he told me, hey, let me borrow this much. I'll pay you by this day. Yeah. And cool. Didn't bother him. That day came. I let that day go by. And he didn't pay me. Yeah. The next day, I let it go by. He didn't pay me. Yeah. The third day, yo, where's my money, son? and my girl be getting mad at me because she's like, oh, sometimes you gotta word it differently. I'm like, nah. It's my, as the commercial says, it's my money and I need it now. See?
And then what happened? You got it right away or what?
Yeah, he paid me right away. Like, and I don't think he even messaged me. I don't think he replied. As soon as I say, "Hey, you haven't paid me," he send it over.
Yeah, so you had it, but you were just holding it for an extra 48 hours.
Yeah. See, and the thing is, it's not always like about trying to like embarrass somebody that they owe you money.
No, it's not.
It's just the fact that you agreed to pay me.
Yeah.
Like, let's go to the dinner topic. You know, you agreed to pay me. We agreed to split it, and you haven't paid me. And that's it. You know, like my girl has this one friend. You know, who every now and then she goes to stores, and you know, because they have kids, she's like, "Oh, this thing's on sale." And the friend was like, "Oh, get it for me. I'll quick pay you."
Okay, yeah.
And we got them the thing. We gave it to them. My girl, after a while, she's like, "Damn, we gave it the thing. They haven't paid us."
Yeah. And
bro, it's been months.
That's it.
And the thing was only, it was on sale from $60 to $30, so half off. $30 might not, like I said, might not seem like a lot, but if you think about it, that's a whole hour at least an hour worth of work depending on the person.
No, yeah, if you but that's another thing when you're when you can keep your word on whatever you're telling, you know, whoever's paying for the bill, like, hey bro, I got you tomorrow. And if somebody hits me up with that, like, let's say, I mean, if it's $7-8, whatever, you know, but if it's like 20 and up,
yeah.
And they're like, hey, bro, I got you on Tuesday. Yeah. And then Tuesday comes up and you didn't pay me.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting the $20 anymore. Yeah. But also, that sends me a clear message that you're not a man of your word. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me you're going to pay me on this exact day and then don't do it. Yeah. And then, but also don't send me a message anymore.
Yeah. See, that's that's another thing that, you know, if you don't have to tell me I'll pay you right away. If you can't pay me today, tomorrow, or in 3 days, hey, I'll pay you when I get paid.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. That's what I'm saying. As long as you're, like you said, you're a person of your word, then cool. But if you don't tell me, hey, I'll pay you in a couple of days, and a couple of days happen and you don't pay me, and then you talk to me after a couple of days like nothing, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem, yeah.
Tony said in the comments, he said the other time he went with his boys for some drinks. It was 4 of them, and they each decided to buy a bucket of beer.
Yeah.
And, you know, usually a bucket comes with like 5 at least. So he said once they got to the 4th person, the fourth person said, "Nah, I'm not drinking anymore." Like he had enough.
That's bogus. That's bogus. Yeah.
And he said he could have at least bought us a round and not drank himself because he drank for everybody else's round. So that's a problem.
Yeah,
you know?
they got played.
Yeah, he didn't want I don't know what happened. You better tell us in the comments now, bro.
That's a bitch move.
If you made him pay.
That's a bitch move. Dude.
Yeah, because even though he didn't buy his round, he should have at least pitched in for the other ones. Then
now, if you would have seen him not grab a beer since the first bucket, then okay, maybe you get a pass.
Yeah.
But I've been with people like back when I used to drink, you'll buy a 6-pack, somebody else gets a 6-pack, and then there's always that one dude that he might not even been drinking, and he's like, nah, I got y'all with a 6-pack, dude. Yeah. That's a gentleman's move, dude. You're on my good list for good, you know? You're a long time friend forever, dude, because not a lot of people do that. There's people like that, they take advantage of shit like that, so
that's why. That's what I'm saying. You gotta make sure you freaking whatever happens, you gotta make sure if something is written in stone. Look at our boy J-Man said, "I usually let my wife handle everything because she makes everybody pay." He also said, "What's worse, family doing it or friends?"
Friends, because my family I would probably give a pass to if it's like a dinner where like it's $20 and you're like, all right, fuck it, whatever.
Oh look, he gave us his answer. Tony said, "We ended up letting it go, but we didn't like chilling with him."
Yeah, that's look at something so simple though. It's a friendship breaker.
Yep.
I always tell this to my girl because my girl is the type of person that if somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'll pay you later," and she's very, very nice, dude. And I'm grateful for having a very nice wife.
Yeah.
And she's very understandable. But sometimes I tell her like, you can't be that nice because people tend to take advantage of you and people know that you're nice. Okay, I'm not saying for you to change. That's just the way you are. But also don't get into situations like that. Avoid getting into situations like that because you know they're gonna take advantage of you. You know, there's people that are like, yeah, they're nice, but they're also smart.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna get into like, hey, buy me this, and then they're never paying you back. And it's not $20, it's $180 or something like that, you know? And it's like, oh, they still haven't paid you? No, but I'm embarrassed to ask. Like, see, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
You know, also don't get into situations like that. That's why I try to avoid situations like that where I'm gonna be embarrassed to ask.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, bro, if you're telling me I'm paying you $20 on this specific day and you don't pay me, I know that's the very first and last time I ever land you $20, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. See, that's what happened with my sister, bro. That's why I like James' comment. Family or friends, which one's worse? For me, luckily I don't have much friends, so I don't have to deal with the friend thing a lot. Although shout out to Tony because the last time we got together, we went for breakfast or lunch and he paid and he just said, "I got it. Next time you got it."
Yeah, that's a gentleman's move. Yeah.
That next time still hasn't happened, but see, it's as you could tell, I remember.
It's engraved.
It's engraved in here. So next time, whenever that happens, I know I gotta pay. And it's been like 3 years, so I remember. But yeah, anyways, with my sister, bro, I don't know if you knew, but she would ask me for money a little bit, 20, 50. The most she asked me for was, I think, 100. But she would also be like, "Hey, let me borrow 50. I get paid in 2 weeks. I'll pay you in 2 weeks." She paid me. Yeah. And I kept it. And every now it wasn't like every 2 weeks she would ask me for money. Every randomly, "Hey, let me borrow 50. Let me borrow 100.
Yeah.
And I kept letting her borrow it because she would pay me when she said she would, or when after the 48 hours, the 48-hour reminder.
The first 48.
Yeah, she reminded me. See, Tony said, "Shoot, I forgot." See, my boy, I don't forget. That's why I'm a good person to go out to eat with. But yeah, eventually, the time she would ask for money, we came closer and closer and closer. And then eventually I had to like almost freaking text her every day for money because she wouldn't pay me.
Yeah.
And after like I did the baseball term that one strike she didn't pay me, whatever, keep it. Second strike she took long to pay me. She paid me. No, she paid me, but she took long. The third time, it was a bigger amount. The third time too, and she took almost a month longer to pay me. And I was like, "You're done. You're cut off."
That's it.
And blacklisted from the loan shark. And luckily, she got the hint. She hasn't asked me for money.
People know when they get burned, though. You know?
Yeah, and I told her straight up. I'm like, look, it was cool. I was letting you borrow money. You were paying me on time, or within a reasonable time. But now, you're not paying me, and you took extra long to pay me, and that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And especially because if I didn't remind her after the second time, she probably would never pay me.
Bro, you know what's funny that you bringing up this subject, that I was just talking to my wife about this yesterday, that I was like, you know how I knew I wasn't ready to have a girlfriend when I was in high school, bro? That I didn't even have money to invite them to get a Subway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was at that point.
And you worked there.
Yeah, I worked there, but after I left high school, Yeah. But I remember hanging out with this young in my younger years with this chick. We were both like 15, 16. And she lived in front of a restaurant, bro. And she was like, "Oh, let's go," because I would walk her home.
Yeah.
"Oh, let's go to the restaurant." And I was the same way as that girl that you were saying, like she only got an horchata, bro. Yeah. I got a pop.
Yeah.
And I was afraid to see what she was gonna ask for, because I didn't have money, bro. Yeah. And she was like, "Why are you not ordering? Order something. You're not hungry." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not hungry right now."
Yeah, nah.
And she was ordering like soup and I don't know what else she ordered, bro. And I was like, when the whole date for me was very uncomfortable, because
you knew what was coming.
What am I gonna do when they bring up the bill? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And now that I'm older, I realize, like, damn, all these young kids thinking like, "Oh yeah, I got this girl, this and that," bro. If you can't take that girl out for like a nice meal, you're not ready for a girlfriend, bro. You're not ready to commit to a relationship. And these kids, these young ass teens, are getting girls pregnant, and then their life changes around so much, bro. And you're like, hey, that's what happens, bro. No one teaches you these kind of things, bro.
But you learn the hard way.
Yeah, you learn the hard way, bro. Now I'm like, damn. But I feel like girls have got smarter nowadays, because the whole girl movement changed a lot of things. And now it's like, a lot of people would say like, "Oh, girls are gold diggers. They're looking for the best opportunity they can find out there." Yeah. Nah, dude. I just think that a lot of girls realize nowadays, like, as they're younger, they're like, "Hey, if a dude can't take me out for a nice dinner, then he don't deserve this." Yeah. And I'm not mad at that either,
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Especially like J-Max just said, because we have daughters, so we gotta let them know how it gotta be, Yeah, hey, this dude, you end up going out with some dude and he makes you pay, for his meal, then he can't afford you.
Cut off. Off, dude. That's a cut off. Yeah. I tell my oldest daughter all the time, like, the one of the reasons why I hug you and I treat you very nice most I can, I teach her good lessons too. Like, if I gotta raise my voice, I will do it, but I'm psychologically preparing them to have a bit of a higher standard, where they're like, "Man, my dad used to hug me, tell me that he loved me. He would bring me flowers on Valentine's Day. Like, where you at, dude?"
See, you know what I'm saying? My boy, I told Tony that the other day. He showed me a picture. He said, "I'm being romantic with my girl today." He got his girl some flowers, bro. I'm putting him on the spot, because literally you just like backed up my comment after he sent me that picture. Yeah, I'm like, I replied to him, "I hope you got your daughter some too."
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he's like, "I'm taking her for ice cream tomorrow." I'm like, bro. I'm like, you're setting low expectations for your daughter. He got mad. I'm like, somebody gotta put him on check.
Nah, it's true though. Somebody's gotta bring it up.
See, he said, "I got her ice cream." I told him, like, bro, every time I get my girl flowers, I get my daughter flowers. And you gotta freaking match the energy. That way, when your daughter grows up, hey, this motherfucker got me ice cream, but my dad got me flowers all the time. Yeah. And now, hey, I told him, your daughter gonna get a boyfriend that gets their ice cream, and she gonna be all right with it.
hey, yeah, dude. First mistake, you gotta fix it, and then next time. And that's something that, you know what? But that's when you know you got a good wife.
Yeah.
Because and that happened to me the first couple of times too, where I would come in to the crib, you know, and give my girls give my wife like a box of chocolate or whatever she likes and a flower, and she would be like, you know, when we were alone, like, maybe you gotta bring some for your daughters too, because they're looking at me and they're like, oh damn, my mom's getting this, and my dad is not bringing me anything, and that put me on, like, that made me realize, like, you know what, you're right. That's gonna set an expectation for them when they do meet somebody. They're gonna know. Yeah. You know, they're gonna know when they meet that right person. We're like, oh damn, he brought me flowers without having to ask to. Yeah. Because a lot of girls want to change the guy, right? Like, oh, you never bring me flowers. Yeah. And then now the dude's like, oh yeah, if I bring her flowers, then I'm getting some. You know what I'm saying? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You gotta already set the bar to be like, oh, my dad gave my mom flowers all the time for no reason. That can't be the expectations. Like, oh, I only get flowers on special occasions. Nah, it gotta be for no reason. Like, last week, I actually just sent Tony the photo too. I'm like, look, I got my girl some flowers. I got her some roses, and I'm like, I bought them. My daughter was there. I gave her the option. What do you want? Well, she's obsessed with cake pop, so she wanted a cake pop.
Hey, but that's a you know, you're showing some love,
Yeah, I had some flowers. I was like, you want flowers? She's like, no, I want cake pop. I'm like, oh, sure. But
you know, bro, I remember you posted a picture of you going to the little ice cream place on Harlem, bro. Yeah, I had never tried it. What's the name? Andy's, bro. I tried Andy's for the first time yesterday, bro. Yeah. I maxed out on some ice cream, dude. I three cups of ice cream. They were all different though. Like,
oh, you got actual pints?
No, I got the first one I got was the vanilla walnut, not walnut. I can't remember the name of it, but it was so fire, bro. I couldn't stop eating it, dude. I'm like, how wasn't I put on this? I drive by there all the time, dude, and I never stopped. I thought that place was like a little ice cream joint for like white people, dude.
They're all over the place, bro. Those freaking concrete mixes, bro. Mine is called the Rico Suave. Next time you go,
Rico Suave.
What
is it?
Or I don't know if it's called double chocolate. Pretty sure it's called the double chocolate concrete mix. It's the Rico Suave got. Pretty sure it has cookie dough. Pretty sure it has cookie dough because I love cookie dough. I know the chocolate one has cookie dough because it's literally cookie dough and chocolate. But it has I know it has chocolate chips. I think it has, but it has fudge, bro. I don't even remember what it has because I don't even look at the ingredients anymore. But it's fire, and yeah, it's freaking delicious, man. But let's go into my next topic, which is kind of related to the first one.
All right.
And they go hand in hand. And this is another fire topic that might get some comments. Your thoughts on when you give someone a ride. Let's say even though you're going to the same place, but they don't offer you gas. Yeah. Or something of equal value. Like let's say you only wasted a gallon of gas. Gallon of gas is $4. They could have bought you a pop. Right. They could have bought you a pop and chips. Hey, I didn't pitch in for gas, but here's a snack.
Gas, grass, or ass.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, cause I know this. I know they don't listen, so I'm gonna put them on the spot. My girl, would give rice to this other girl. Yeah. And this was she don't fully live on the direction of where they were going, so she kind of had to make a detour for this girl. And all the time, bro, she was like, hey, I don't have a car, can you pick me up? And my girl, yeah. And you know, some people think we're going the same way. Right. Why do I need, she's going there with or without me, why do I need to give them gas? Yeah. But if you think about it, she's saving you either an Uber nowadays or a train ride or two.
Oh, yeah.
But she not anymore because she now finally got a car. But years, bro, like literal years of every time they hung out, hey, can you pick me up? Hey, can you pick me up? And Nothing, bro.
Like a coworker or no?
A friend.
Just a friend.
Just a friend. And yeah, she freaking never offered her gas money, and my girl would come home and complain to me. And I'm like, tell her. And she, like I said, she's like you. She's that person that, no, I don't want to. And I was like, yo, you know, you gotta pay up. And that's something that, you know, it depends. I guess she didn't want to ask her because they're cool. But I'm like, after so many rides, you know. And then after this girl finally got her own car, the first thing that she said, guess what it was?
What?
Why is gas so expensive? To my girl. Out of everybody, bro. To my girl, she said, why is gas so expensive?
Yeah, now you know.
Now you know. But she like never, you know, in my head, at least she could have done like, oh, damn, gas is so expensive. I should have given you money for all those rides.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Some type of a late apology.
Apology at least. Nothing, bro. Because that sucks. So J-Mass said, if you're giving a ride to like a work buddy, then they should be giving you money. Yeah, that's what is it called in Spanish? The guy that you carpool with?
Tu raitero.
El raitero,
raitero.
Yeah, but yeah, I used to be that guy. Remember?
Alan was a raitero for like five
years. I had to upgrade the car because I had like 5 people at a time, and yeah. So, especially if it's a work person, that's the agreement. I'm not giving you a ride unless you pitch in for gas. That's literally the agreement. For work is different. You have to agree with it.
Also, Mexican people know about that agreement.
Yeah, Mexican people. And what this girl was, my girlfriend was Mexican.
I think Mexican people invented carpooling, bro. I think that's how it was. Like when they were crossing the border and people was just jumping in the back of them trucks. And that's why... carpooling was engraved in Mexicans' DNA. So when you're born, like you already know you gotta give something up when you get in somebody else's car, bro.
Yeah. See, Tony said back in his days, in his smoking days, his car was the car where they what's called hotboxed it. And he said, I'm guessing his comment was one guy didn't want to pitch in when it was his turn. Yeah, his comment cut off. So you finish that comment, bro. J-Mass said, what about when you have to pick up the coworker and they're not ready and you're sitting there
That's
waiting?
Me, though. That was me with Alan.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, why'd you bring it up, J-Man? I was in the safe zone, dude. I'm that dude.
Yeah, but Mike got the pass because he was the first pickup. But everybody after that, they had a schedule. Hey, at this time be ready. And to the day, I think I traumatized everybody because all the time I think I hardly had to wait for anybody. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was the carpool guy, and same thing, man. Hey, I put $100 of gas in this truck. Yeah, the deal back in the day was 2011. 2011, I still remember.
It was probably like $20.
Yeah, right? $20 a week. That's nothing now. Yeah, people nowadays have to give in like $60.
Yeah, dude. I remember that. Like we had at least three people in the back, and then it was me in the front.
You in the front, and yeah, I had a car first, and then I upgraded to the Expedition.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and it was always packed too. That little car. Dude.
We had our old guest Noe in the car. We had the older lady. I forgot her name. Remember? Yeah, the older lady.
And then we had that young girl,
the Karime girl. I still remember her name. Mm-hmm. And then her eventual boyfriend, Miguel. And then I don't remember if I gave that Karime girl's cousin a ride. Remember?
I don't. Yeah, sometimes.
Andrea, I think that was her name.
But I remember we used to give ride to this Puerto Rican kid over there by like 49th.
Oh, and Abel, didn't I give rides to Abel?
Sometimes.
Ooh, I was the guy.
We had a Puerto Rican kid that was blasted all the time, and then when you would talk to him, he would always say this. Hell yeah. Remember that? That's where I got that shit from. He'd always say, hell yeah. He was blasted all the time. Super quiet kid. He was a little, he was shiesty though, remember?
Look at that. J-Man said you guys were Uber before Uber. Yeah. Pretty much.
Maybe Uber got invented from Mexican people, dude.
Shit, who knows? But, hey, man, it's crazy. That's right. What do you think on that subject, bro? When people, I don't know if you ever had to deal with that situation.
I've done it, but I didn't have to do it too many times where it's like I feel uncomfortable. Whenever I do give like a one-time ride, I don't even expect for anything. But if I was in that situation, it's like I think you gotta come to an agreement at some point, and it's like, hey, bro, I'm picking you up. Yeah. Hey, hook me up with some gas money, yeah. Like it don't even have to be no aggressive type of thing, like because I'm the same way as you are, bro. Like when I gotta tell something to somebody, bro. Yeah. My girl tells me this all the time too. Like maybe you could have used different words. Yeah. Like nah, just be honest. Like why you gotta sweet what sugarcoat it, right? Like yeah. Hey, bro. You know, I let you borrow those $50. Let me get them real quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't got to do like the whole, hey, bro, remember that one time we went out? Like, I'm kind of hurting right now, bro. You know, like, nah, right?
Yeah. See, with me, I'm petty. Like I said, with that one friend that my girl bought something for them at Target, it was months ago, bro. I'm the kind of person that to the day, if they were to invite us out to eat, I'll deduct that fucking amount. I don't care. Hey, you owe me $20 from that thing I bought you 3 months ago. The bill was $40. Here's $20. We're even. I'm that petty, bro. I don't care. Yeah. So
and there is nothing they can say about it because they owe it.
And if you're listening, you already know. If you ever go out with me to eat, you better pay me, or you're gonna be getting a text after 48 hours. And after 48 hours, you're going to get one text a day until you pay me. And if you don't pay me, cool. Next time we hang out and you pay, I'll do the same thing. Yeah. Well, as they say, we'll get even, you know. But
now, I do got to bring something up that I got to give it to my boy, Alan. Alan is one of the most punctual dudes you will ever meet in your entire life.
I'm gonna share this and tag Richard Arctic Gallardo.
And Alan also, when he says I'll meet you there at 1, he expects for everybody to be there at 1. Like his the expectations of what he does, he's expecting the same thing from everybody. Like that's a team lead, bro. That's a shift leader right there, man. Dude.
If I say I'll be there at 1, I'm there at 12:59.
Yeah,
and I won't tell you I'm there till 1.
Yeah, and 1 he's like, where you at?
Yep. Hey, I'm here. Why aren't you outside?
Yeah, where you at?
Yeah, that's why. And my thing is, when we agree on a time, I text you, hey, I'm on my way. On top of that, I'm on my way. I said I'll be there at 1. I'm on my way. I'm gonna get there around 1, before 1, not after 1. And then I get there. I text you, hey, I told you 20 minutes ago I'm on my way. Why aren't you ready?
How many people you know that are the same way that you are?
None.
You think that's a Latino thing, bro? That has this,
no, bro. It's Mexican wise, no one, bro. I do have, my girl does have one white friend that is punctual and even early. Yeah, because you know, like you said, it's a Latino thing that where you have to tell them 2 hours before the actual time. Yeah, for them to show up on time. Hey, the party's at 7. Hey, come through at 5. And Mexican time, they'll show up at 7.
Hey, let's we got J-Mas. He said he has something to admit before the show ends, and we got like 2 minutes before they cut our live off.
Sure, the live's about to end, so yeah.
Hurry
go
up,
ahead,
man.
comment.
Go ahead.
Because we started. I don't know how long it's been.
You got the microphone open, J-Mas, before we end it. Maybe. And you know you can always go find the episode on YouTube, but your secret will not be live. That's the difference, right?
Yeah, but man, it's true, man. And on top of that, I think I even got more punctual when I had my daughter, because I had an extra person to get ready. So now, you know, I start getting her ready 30 minutes before I get ready. But anyways, let's go. Wait, it says, I'm the first guy you'll ever meet that got thrown out of a Sox park by his own brother. He's a Chicago cop.
Oh, from the Sox park.
Hey, man, that's not a subject. That's just you telling us something.
No, that means that his brother is just the way you are, dude. He's a law follower, right?
Yeah.
Like he don't, and that's good though, bro. We need more cops like that.
We need more people like your brother.
Yeah, we need more people like your brother. Dude,
stick to the
I
rules.
swear to God, bro. My mom is the type of person that will say, "Ay, pues allá nos vemos como a las 2." And she won't get there till 3:30, bro.
Ooh, 3:30 is early.
And you're like, bro. And I try to be punctual, and it's just something that I think Latinos, we have it.
It's world, not world, but let's say country wise, us in Mexico, it's known that it's literally called Mexican time.
Yeah, in Mexican time.
In Mexican time, the party's at 7. You gotta tell them 6, so they show up. At 7 or closer to 7, even if it's late.
I think that's why when the Aztecs predicted that the world was gonna end in 2012, bro, they were fucking late to it.
Yep.
They were all late to it. They like, pues yo creo que más o menos in 2012 in Mexican time.
Yeah, but they got it wrong by 1,000 years. It was actually 3012. Yeah, look, J-Man said if it's Mexican time, you have the party. You tell him at 3 when the party's at 6.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you're Mexican listening into this, we don't need to explain it to you.
But also, Mexican parties don't have an ending time.
No, they don't. It starts at 7. It might go till 7 p.m. the next day.
Yeah, and every other culture is like party starts at 7:30, and they put the end time in it, and it ends at 9:45.
Oh, look, J-Mas gave us our outfits for next week. He said next week, you guys better be wearing Mexico stuff for Cinco de Mayo. Because it is Friday.
Yeah, bet.
Or Saturday. But you bet. I actually was going to wear it today, and then I switched to this hat.
Nah, dude, we got to do it. Cinco de Mayo. Now we should really do an episode all in Spanish, dude.
Yeah.
Or we should do 30 and 30.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I told you that last time. I think you're scared of talking Spanish.
Nah, hell nah, dude. That's my shit.
Last time I told you we should do one in Spanish. It was Independence Day. I told you we should do one in Spanish.
Okay.
And
we probably forgot.
Nah. Like always, you just ignore me.
All right.
But yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. Good episode. Hopefully you made it to the end. Like our boys in the TikTok live, like they're always loyal.
Yo.
Even though we recorded on a different day, they're here. So if you're listening, make sure you tune in. And if you're loyal like these guys, we'll let you know we're switching the recording day. So you tune in.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you to all our friends. And I did want to bring up my sister-in-law was sending us some strawberry covered chocolate.
She sent you some?
She left some in my mother-in-law's house, and but I didn't go over there. But I promise you that I will bring them on the show next week, and we'll put you on. We'll tag you for sure. So thank you in advance.
Yep.
All right, so thank you guys. This is it for today. And let's hope that the Sox get that dub.
They're winning as of now. Bottom of the 6th. We'll see what happens.
Hey, maybe they're not cutting off the live because people are
commenting. I think so.
Right?
I think so.
So
who knows? And J-Mas has been hooking it up with likes. So thank you, J-Mas.
Thank you, J-Mas. Thank you. And for next week, try to have somebody else join the live too.
Yeah.
Help us out that way. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
See you guys next week. Peace.